Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 11th of November, 2024. An intense day, a bittersweet day, but a good day. I'm actually just trying to get my adrenaline down in my body. Like, no lie, my adrenaline was pumped, and I was angry because I was playing Bloodborne tonight for the first time in over like 5.5 years. So I was trying to get my composure back and get my blood pressure down. Because, man, when you're in the midst of the heated combat, especially a boss fight in Bloodborne, it does it to me. That's for sure. Okay, so let's talk about today. So first of all, on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast, right before I went live, I realized that last night I was supposed to publish a highlight video from the previous day's stream where I had summarized my thoughts about the PS5 Pro after having used it all day long on Friday, but I forgot to publish it. So I published the video. I ran and got my podcast going, okay? And during the podcast, I talked about many different topics. Notably, the biggest one was that it was the end of DSP versus the internet today. Today was actually officially the last show ever in the series. Now moving forward, we're going to try to do some long-form reacting that I'll be working on starting likely in December. And then we talked about the ideas for that, like how can the long-form react show work? What about the upcoming politics show that's debuting Thursday night? How could people who are members on the DSP Reacts channel have input into those shows to make them want to keep their memberships? So I explained all that in great detail, although it is a lot of detail. And I think what I'm going to do, rather than try to split a highlight out from the show, I'm going to do a mini video right after this video is done. And that mini video is essentially going to say, hey, if you remain an Ultra member, here's what you get. If you remain a standard or a submissions tier member, here's what you get. And I don't think that everyone's going to keep their memberships, and that's okay. So I'm going to make a special video just for DSP Reacts right after I finish filming this one, all right? But outside of that, we had some chill interaction, Q&A, and the like, and then we began with my final ever episode of DSP versus the internet. It was a good one. There was a good variety of clips. It was a good time. But as I, have said, the reason we need to retire the show is the interest has waned, and it absolutely did. Today, again, we only had, I want to say we had around 300 viewers, but that was only because we weren't hitting the goals. As soon as we hit the goals, all the viewers left because it was basically trolls seeing if I was going to have my streak end today. Outside of that, there's not a lot of interest in the show. A lot of the chat is dead. Very little contributions come in during that show. So I knew it was time to retire and move on and do something different, which we're going to do. But it was a great ending. Enjoy the clips. If you are a subscriber to that channel, or excuse me, a member to that channel, the stream is already live fully. You can watch it in its entirety. But if you want to actually watch the clips, they'll be going live over the course of the week. 2 were live today, and 3 more going each a day, 1 a day for the next 3 days. So we did hit the goal. Eventually, we did, and thankfully, it was like last minute, but we did hit it. And then the late stream tonight was something special. The premiere of my 3rd ever playthrough of Bloodborne, this time being played on the PlayStation 5 Pro with the PlayStation 4 Boost mode on. What that mode basically does is increases the resolution and the sharpness of the game. So when you're walking down the street and you see the wall that's made of brick, you can actually see more detail in the brick. It looks more detailed and less blurry. When you're fighting, it doesn't blur up as much as it did in the original game. So is it noticeable? Yes, but it's not a huge difference. It's still the same Bloodborne. It was fun. I was actually parrying quite a lot. I was learning the mechanics. Now I'm actually transforming my weapons mid-combo, which I don't think I've ever even done before in a playthrough. So that's neat. And, was there rage? Absolutely there was rage. There was a little confusion of where to go. There was, on the father, what's his name? Gaskiglione, whatever the hell his name is. That boss is just a cheap boss, reason being, early on in the game, you are still learning the mechanics or trying to refresh yourself on the mechanics. And that boss essentially makes you need to know the mechanics well. You need to know exactly when the parries work. You need to know the phases of when the parry will work and it won't, so you have dodge instead. And here I am, first time playing the game in 5.5 years. Of course I don't remember that. And then what gets frustrating is if you lose to the boss, oh no, now I don't have enough healing vials. Oh no, now I don't have enough bullets to parry the boss. And it gets ultra frustrating. So good news is, I did tonight basically get to Father, beat him, and that was the end of the stream. So it was a little over 2 hours of gameplay. There was rage, there was fun, and yes, not only did we hit, we exceeded the goal for the night. The streak continues. So people really seem to like Bloodborne. Please enjoy the video. This should be the highest quality Bloodborne videos I've ever put out because I'm recording at 20K bits per second, kilobits per second. So it's going to be really good 1080p, and with the upscale of the PS5 Pro, it should look even better. I hope that you enjoy it. And yes, this is a playthrough that I'm going to be continuing now for weeks. As we get through the game, I'm not going to just drop out. We're going to keep playing it and have a great time with it. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay. So good streaming day today. Very solid. Tomorrow, we're back to a full day of gameplay because now the React show is retired. Okay, no more reacting until about a month. Maybe next month we're going to do the long-form React show. I will do a politics show Thursday night, but now we're heavily into gameplay to make progress in all of these new games. Okay? So tomorrow we will have a fun level 1 podcast, obviously recapping everything that happened today and probably talking about other things as well. And then it's going to be Dragon Age Veilguard, the first ever full stream of the game. For those who've been waiting to see me play it, please come and engage and support with that stream. I need you guys to support it if you want to see it continue. If I do it and we get low attendance and the support's dead and we're, the streak's in jeopardy, I'm just not going to play it. The thing is, I'm interested in playing it, but I'm well aware that there are many people, okay, who don't like this game and who are like, why are you playing this instead of Metaphor? Well, I tried Metaphor. I played it for 12 hours of the demo, and I couldn't get people to come and engage and support with the playthrough. I hope they will with this. We'll see what happens and go from there, but I am doing a full stream tomorrow. Please give it a look. Then tomorrow night, it's the continuation of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. We're going to try to unlock the Akimbo handguns. I think it's the GS model of the handgun that I'm close. I'm at like level 23. I need 31. Then I get them Akimbo. Of course, we'll be doing the nightly challenges as always. It will be a fun streaming day for sure. Okay? So, great gameplay of good variety tomorrow all day long. And I hope to see you then. Keeping the streak alive. Everything's good. Having fun. Hope you are too. Everyone, please come by and hang out with me tomorrow. All right? Thank you all. Please have a good evening. I will see you tomorrow for another full and fun day of gameplay right here on the show on DSPGaming or over on Kick. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Peace out.